I think organization is something that we all struggle with in the reborn hobby, me included. So in this week's Topic Tuesday, we're going to be talking about organization for your reborn baby, organization for your reborn hobby. Now you may have everything all nice and neat. Everything is perfect. You put everything away, but then you go shopping. And then you bring in new things, you bring in a new item, a bigger piece, or a lot of little items, and then suddenly everything is chaos. It happens, you guys, but we try as hard as we can to stay organized in our reborn hobby, but sometimes things just don't go our way. So I have a lot of tips for you guys today on how to stay organized in your reborn hobby. I hope they help you guys. A lot of these are just general organizational tips that I've applied in various ways for my reborn babies. The first, and I believe most important tip for organization is purge. Purge, people, often and with focus. Be diligent about it, you guys. So it doesn't have to be a complete clean sweep of your entire nursery in one day. That's how you get worn out. That's how you don't want to do it. So just this week, tackle your hanging clothes. Take a break, a lot of breaks. And then next week, maybe do your drawers, do your onesies, or pick a particular drawer that you want to purge. It doesn't have to be all in one day. And then after you do your hanging clothes, and then you do your folded clothes, then maybe you can move on to your bottles. And then next week, do your shoes. Then next week, do your accessories. After all that time going through every little thing like that, taking time, spacing it out, after a while, you'll be like, oh, I'm really making progress. And then there are things that you really, really wanted. I mean, really, really want it. And you finally got them. You play with them for a little bit. It's not what you thought it would be, or you're just over it. So be flexible with yourself to let those things go that you no longer really like. Because making room, purging, makes room for things that you love right now, not the things that you used to like or things that you want to like. So purging can be difficult. It can be hard. I have a really hard time purging. I have a really hard time letting go of my baby clothes because they look so cute. They look so cute in it. But if they've worn it already and I've done pictures, I've done a video, I go ahead and purge it because I know they're not going to wear it unless it's something very special. I do have a couple pieces like that where I will take a picture with the baby in it and then they'll wear it again next year or they'll wear it again a couple years later. I don't let everything go. I'm getting better. I'm getting better with my purging. So that's the first tip, you guys. Purge. Another tip is having a home for everything. I know sometimes we don't have as much space as we would like, but the things that you do have in your area for your babies, make sure everything has a home. And this is geared more toward big ticket items, like if you have a crib or a pack and play or a bassinet or something big like that, make sure you have a home for it, because you may go to the thrift store and see that antique crib you've been wanting all your life. And he's like, oh, it's a great price. I want to get it. But then where will you put it when you get it back home? Will it be stuck in a corner where it's hard to get to, where you can't really see your babies in it like you want to? So you just have to think about that type of thing if you're going to go purchase something big. Even smaller things, if you want like maybe a dresser or if you want some type of storage container for your babies, where will you put it? You guys, I'm so borderline OCD. I keep a measuring tape, a little small, 10-foot measuring tape in my purse at all times. At all times. I never know where I'm going. I may end up seeing something. Let me measure it. Can it fit in the space I want it to be in? That's just me though. I'm quirky like that. So always think about where the item is going to go. If you're going to go thrifting or going to go shopping for your babies, where are those clothes going to go? If you're going to hang them up, do you have room for them? Do you have hangers for them? Do you have room for them in your drawers? How are you going to fold them? Are you going to purge and let some things go because you brought something new in? So just always make sure you have a home for everything in your nursery. I love things color coded. I love colors. So another tip is you can color code your items. Maybe each of your babies has a color. in your nursery, so you know that those things with that particular color are for your babies, or for each individual baby. My babies have color-coded hangers. So Jay has blue hangers and Sky has pink hangers. I get those hangers from Dollar Tree. Toy, I found her some purple hangers many years ago from Walmart. I've been on the hunt for some more purple hangers for her, but I haven't been able to find them. So she also has some white hangers. Asha baby has white hangers, and Jay has gray hangers that I get from Target. So all their clothes are hanging up. I know whose clothes is whose because they each have their own particular color. You can color code in your drawers as well. If you have like the Sterilite that most of us have, you can put like construction paper in the front, and you'll know that these are this particular baby's clothes. Or if you have girl clothes and boy clothes, you can put pink, you can put blue, or however you want to do it to color code it, so you know this particular dresser or this particular drawer holds this particular thing. Or you can do it by size. If you have babies that range in multiple sizes, you can have one particular color for 0 to 3, another color for 3 to 6, another color from 6 to 9. So however you want to color code it, that makes it easier visually on the eye for you to be able to find that particular item that you're looking for. This tip is no secret, lots of containers. We have lots of containers for our babies, you guys. We have things that hold everything. Well, I know I do. I love containers, and I love containers with tops because you can stack on top of them. That's what I like, to take advantage of vertical space. But some people just like bins where it's a container with no lid. So I recently found out that there are different styles of organization, which blew my mind. I didn't know. I thought it was only one way to do everything. And what's in stores is a very meticulous system made for people like me who are very meticulous, who like things really sorted. It's called micro sorting, where you have just one small thing in one container and another small thing in one container. The opposite of that is called macro sorting, where you have a lot of things in one container and you just pick that particular one thing out. So that's the difference between macro and micro. So when you have these containers, it depends on how you want to sort. If you want all your baby's bows in one bin with no lid, and you can just look through the bin and find which one you want, that's one way to do it. Or you can have a bin just for pink, a bin for white, a bin for blue. So that's micro sorting. So we all want our things contained. We all want to be able to get to our things for our baby. So that's just one way to contain them, is in containers. So of course I have a lot of containers from Target. I have some containers from Dollar Tree. I have some containers from Walmart. It all depends on what your budget is, how you want them to look. I love form and function, so I do want my containers to look pretty. And I like container stacked, so I usually get a lot of the same container and just stack them up and have them look pretty like that. So lots of containers, you guys. Another tip is to group like items together. I know this seems like, wait, what? But you put all your girl pacifiers together, all your boy pacifiers together, all the pacifiers that you need to modify together, things like that. So you just group like things together. You put all their onesies together, all their outfits together, all their sleepers together, things like that. So you won't be looking everywhere for every little thing. Just group it all together. Like my babies have big containers. They're about like drawer size. If I knew they were going to get so many clothes, I probably would have bought a dresser. Maybe. So in each particular container for my babies, each of them have 3. So Izzy has one container with his sleepers, one container with his onesies, and then one container with his outfits. So that's how I group his like things together. I have the same for Jay and for Sky and for Asha baby. Toy actually has a 9-cube system. So I group all her like things together. So she has all her onesies together. Then she has all her butterfly outfits together. She has all her pants together, all her long sleeve tops together, things like that. So I group everything together so I know exactly what I'm looking for. If I want to go find her a long sleeve top, I know it's in this particular bin. So just group everything that's alike together. Another tip for organization for your reborn baby is uniform folding. I know this is a little controversial, a little bit, because some people like to fold flat, some people like to fold vertical. It all depends on how you like to fold, but however it is, make sure it's universal uniform throughout the particular container or drawer that you're using. It makes it look really pretty, and it's easier for you to find the item that you're looking for. I know Marie Kondo folding is really popular. At first, I didn't like it because I couldn't get my stuff to stay up. It would always fall over. So what I saw, a tip I saw, I watch a lot of YouTube organization and motivational cleaning. So the tip I saw from, I don't remember her name, but it's to use a bookend behind the clothes so it helps it stay up. So I actually do Marie Kondo vertical folding for my daughter's clothes, and it's been helping. She goes and picks out her own clothes. I just fold them uniform. I fold them all the same way, and I just put them in her drawer and make sure that I have the bookend behind it, and she can see her shorts, well, her leggings and her tops, and she just pairs them, matches them up together. So that's one way to keep things very organized, is with uniform folding. Now that you have everything all organized and everything has a home, you know where everything is going to go, this is where you label. I know, you guys, labeling can also help with organization, so you know exactly where something goes. Now, all of my containers are clear, so I don't label my baby's containers. I label other things in my home because I know that I may change what's in it, and I can see it. I can see through the clear containers, and I know exactly what's in there. Now with labeling, if you want to get some chalk labels, if you want to make some labels on your Cricut Maker, however you want to do it, if you want to get a label maker, however you want to do it, you can label the bin. If you don't want to label the bin, you can label inside the bin, or you can label above or below it. However you want to do it, where you just know what goes in that particular bin or that particular container. So labeling is great if you forgot where something goes, or you want to make sure you put it in that exact spot. Labeling is a trigger to your brain. Oh, it goes right here. So that's a good thing for organization as well, you guys, labeling. This one I have a hard time with, you guys. One in, one out. I can't do it. But that doesn't mean it's not a good tip. That doesn't mean it doesn't work, because I know some people who thrive doing this one in, one out. I just can't do it because I thrift too much. I can't do it. I can't get 10 pieces at the thrift store and let go of 10 pieces. I don't work like that. I can't do that. But that doesn't mean the tip doesn't work, you guys. So if you're going to go shopping and you know you don't have room, go through and purge before you go shopping. It's like, ooh, I got room. And then you can go shopping with a clear conscience, like, oh man, I don't know where I'm gonna put all this stuff when you get home. Or if you know you're gonna go buy a big ticket item, move some things around in your nursery or in your area, in your space, and you're like, oh, I got room now, let me measure it. It's like, oh, I can get a crib this size, I can get a pack and play this size, I can put my travel system right here, I got room for it. Now you know that you have room for it, and then it's one in, one out. Along with that is having your bin or your container, whatever you're holding, be the cap or the max. If it doesn't fit in that particular container or that particular bin, you have to purge and make room. My bins are to the brim. Yeah, they lock on the sides. Thank God for that. Or my stuff would not fit. I got so much clothes for my babies, but I love it. I love thrifting. I love shopping for my babies. I love getting them new clothes. I love getting them new toys. I love getting things. I just like things, you guys. I do. And I love my babies to have things too. So that's another tip. Make your container or your bin be the bad guy. Oh man, you're not holding all these clothes I want. Shame on you. So you have to go through and purge and make sure that everything fits. This tip has been a big help for me. I have a donation box. So when I do purge, I know exactly where I'm going to put the item I'm going to purge. I have a donation box just for my baby clothes or just for things that I need to purge. It's in my closet, it's in my garage right outside the door. So I just open the door and pop it in there. So I have a donation box. So with the donation box, you can set it up however you want to. You can have a donation box for things you're going to give to a real baby. If someone's expecting in your family or something like that, you can have a donation box of things you're going to sell to Once Upon a Child. You have a donation box for things you want to give to your church or to your local charity, anything like that. If you know that you're going to purge some items or let them go, make sure you have a spot for it, a donation box for it, so it's just not piling up and you're like, ugh, I got to deal with this pile. So it won't just be another pile, you guys. Even if you wanted to make it a laundry basket or a garbage bag, at least you know where it is and that you can always put things in it. I suggest a box because it won't conform to whatever you're putting in it. It's a sturdy structure. I have an old like diaper box that I have for my daughter. I just cut the flaps off so it won't get in the way of me trying to put anything in there. So I just have an old diaper box that I use as my donation box. You can use like I said, a laundry hamper or anything like that that you can use for donations for your babies whenever you're purging, making room for other things that you love. This is another controversial tip because it's a lot of work. Separating your baby's summer and winter clothes, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I do it because I shop so much. I shop so much that I can't put all their clothes in one spot at the same time. So I do have boxes in my storage of their winter clothes. Each baby has their own box. I take that back. Sky and Jay have one box together, but Toy has a box, Izzy has a box, and Asha has a box. So I have 4 boxes. Yeah, you guys. So, but I like it because it gives me a chance to go through each article of clothing that I have for them and see if I still like it. So, you know, twice a year, I get to look through everything that my babies have to see if I still like it, if I still want it. That's a good time to purge. And I do usually purge a lot when I'm switching their seasons over. So, a tip is have your babies in-season clothes in wherever you have them, in their closet or in their drawers, and their off-season clothes, you can pack them up and put them somewhere until you need to switch them out. These next 2 are some of my favorite tips. So this one is take advantage of dormant space. Now what I mean dormant is spaces that you're not using for anything else. So under the bed, yes, I have 6 containers under my bed. Under my bed is where I have Izzy's clothes. He has 3 containers. And on the other side of my bed is where I have my blankets. I have a lot of blankets. So I have a majority of blankets in containers under my bed as well. You can use under your couch if your couch is high enough. You can do under the crib if your crib is high enough. So dormant spaces like that. If you have a closet that you're not really using, you don't really have a lot of stuff in it, that can be a closet for your babies. If you have space in your garage, or if you have space in your storage shed, I know we really don't want to separate things like that, but it would just be for things that you're not using right now. So that could be a good spot for their off-season clothes, or for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or seasonal items like that. Not something that you would go to regularly. So use your dormant spaces, you guys. Another thing is use your vertical space. I love vertical space. So it's when you use up a blank wall. So in my home we have, I guess it would be considered 2 eating areas, but we just need one. We just have one table. It's just 3 of us. So the other eating area is my husband's gaming area. So on one wall he has his gaming system, his computers, his gaming systems, and his desk. And then on the other wall is where I have Jay and Sky and Asha's clothes. So I have them on it's kind of like shelving that you would see in a garage or in a storage area, because it came from my storage area, but we don't need it in our garage here. So I have their little containers on the storage area, and it's high. It's very high. So I'm using that entire wall just for baby clothes, folded in containers. So it's like a dresser to me, except for I gotta pull the whole container out and take the lid off. But it's I'm using that vertical space, going as high as I can without hurting myself, injuring myself, trying to get the containers down. So that's something, you guys. If you have a blank wall, or if you have space that you can go up the wall vertically, use that space as well if you can for your babies, to help store some of their items. I'm not saying you need a whole wall like me, but if you can have a little corner with some of their hanging clothes or something like that, you can do a little closet system for them. Another tip I have, you guys, is it is okay to have multiple areas for your reborn baby. I know sometimes we try to confine everything to the nursery area or to whatever area we're going to interact with the babies, but you have your entire home, however many square feet it is, however many rooms it is, how many bathrooms it is, you utilize all of that space, and it can be okay to utilize all that space for your babies. So you may have your babies in your living room displayed on your couch, but their items, their clothes and their accessories could be in another room. That is okay, you guys, to have multiple areas for your babies. My baby's stuff is all through my house. So my babies are in actually my daughter's room. I have them in some baskets on a cube system. They're in my daughter's room. I always have one baby in my bedroom. I play with my babies in my bedroom predominantly, so right outside of my bedroom is a closet, and I have all of my baby's accessories in there. Toy has a 9-cube system in the nursery area in my daughter's room. I have Jay and Sky and Asha's clothes downstairs. I have baby clothes in my closet. I have baby clothes off season in my garage. I have seasonal items like Christmas and Thanksgiving. I have those in my storage shed. So my baby's things are all over my house. And the things that I use predominantly are closest to me, and the things that I use like off-season clothes and Christmas and seasonal items like that are a little bit harder to get to. So I do have baby items all over my house. So it is okay to have multiple areas for your reborn baby. So with all the storage and organization we've been talking about, one thing I want you guys to know is to store items where you use them. Like I said, I have my baby accessories right outside of my bedroom where I usually interact with my babies. I change my babies in my bed. I go right outside my bedroom and get all their accessories, get their pacifiers, get their headbands and things like that. I have their bracelets are actually in one of my personal drawers, so I have their stuff stored where I use them. I don't have to go all over the house to try to dress my baby. That gets exhausting. That gets very tiring. That's why you probably don't want to dress your baby, because you got to go through so many steps, so many things to get them dressed. So make sure you store your items where you use them. If you do your baby's hair in your bedroom, in your nightstand, put their brush in their little hairspray. Things like that, you guys. Store items where you use them. Above all the other tips, you guys, I want you to be flexible. Storage organization is time consuming, and it can't be hit or miss. So I want you guys to be flexible, be patient with yourself. You may set up this system and you're like, this ain't gonna work. So you gotta take time and try to revamp it, try to get it to work for you, because I like form and function. So even if I get something that works perfectly and I don't like the way it looks, I ain't gonna be able to do it. So I'll have to find something pretty to do what I need it to do. So just be flexible, you guys. Be patient with yourselves, and eventually, over time, you will get the nursery organization of your dreams. I know I didn't really go into specific organization for everything, because I can't tell you guys what's the best organization for pacifiers, or what's the best organization for diapers, or the best container for clothes, or the best bin for shirts. I can't do that because your space is different, what you like is different. I just told you some general things of how you can store things and how you can organize things. I have done a couple videos, so I will list them in the description box. Let me read them, you guys. I did storage for baby, a reborn nursery tour. I've done baby stuff, a reborn baby nursery tour. I've done reborn sleeper Saturday plus reborn nursery tour. And I've done summer to winter, changing reborn baby clothes for the season. So I will list all 4 of those videos in the description box if you want to see my detailed organization for each particular thing. Like I show you how I store my bottles, how I store my pacifiers, how I store things like that, little accessories, and where I store my baby's clothes and everything like that. Now, this is not sponsored, you guys, but there's this YouTube channel that I watch that has really changed my perspective and how I organize. I'm not sponsored, but I really, really love her channel, and it is Cass from ClutterBug. So I will put her channel in the description, you guys. And the video that I'm going to link to, it talks about identifying your organizational style. So there's 4 different organizational styles. I'll let her get into it more, but either you like things out in the open, or you like them hidden, you like them very meticulous, or you just like a big bin. So that's basically what she talks about. So that can help you pinpoint how you want to organize your reborn baby area and organization for your reborn baby, all their accessories and all their stuff, and also in your home. So a lot of her tips I've used throughout my home, and it's really helped me hone in how I want things to look, how I want things to be like that. So I just wanted to tell you guys, if you wanted to go more in depth into organizing your reborn baby hobby or your reborn baby nursery or your space, I just wanted to put that in there so you guys, if you wanted to watch it. She's very upbeat. I really like her a lot. If you have any organizational tips for reborn babies or their accessories or anything like that, you guys please feel free to put it down below in the comments. I've been talking so long. I'm a little winded. This was a longer video. Thank you for everyone who stayed to the end. I will see you guys next month with another Topic Tuesday. Bye!